I'm not sure about Rashmika. Maybe.
No, it is.
Rashmika is VFX in herself.
Why
She
would you
doesn't
say
need
that?
VFX. She doesn't need
I'm not
VFX.
going to let go of that. Why would you say that?
Visual wonder.
Every time he has one, we've collaborated on Bala in the past.
Yeah.
He's collaborated with Nawaz.
This is so different from Bala.
In Badlapur. It is,
Yeah,
of
he's
course.
got hair. He's got hair.
Let's begin there.
I've got 2 hairstyles in the film, pre and post.
So you've experimented it all with him.
I feel that Irfan Khan, who I've had a very emotional journey with, is the gold standard. Okay? Nawaz bhai sometimes makes us miss him less. Terrific producer who gives them a lot of time off.
Excuse me.
I see 3 people disagreeing. Two very clearly disagreeing. I don't know about Nawaz.
Friendly actors.
जितनी फिल्म की
मुझे
डिमांड
बात
है
है,
बनता
अगर कोई
है.
किसी को पूछे 8 घंटा काम करना है 12 घंटा तो आदमी 8 घंटा ही बोलेगा.
Of course, हाँ.
And also, some days you're working 8 hours. Some
But
days
how
you're
much are you
working
willing to fight for it?
13-14 hours also.
Yeah.
तो 8 घंटे से तो बेटा 4 घंटे है.
I'll sing 2 lines. Help me with the lyrics. और क्या चाहिए ये जिंदगी से मुझ
भरोसे.
Let him do it properly.
Let me do it
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
Well, there's something very interesting coming up this Diwali. Hitting the theatres is Thama. It comes with a lot of spiritual intrigue, supernatural intrigue. There's horror, comedy, all packed in one. And Dinesh Vijan, one of the producers of the film, will be decoding that story broadly for us. And we have amongst us 3 powerhouse performers, need no introduction, Ayushmann Khurrana, Rashmika Mandanna and Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We'll talk about Thama. Let's begin with the broader theme. Dinesh, you have focused through the universe you've created broadly on folklore, Indian traditions, roots, our culture. What's the thought process there and why did you think this should be the 5th installation?
I think this one, so first of all, the universe belongs to all of Maddock. It belongs to Amar Kaushik, it belongs to Niren Bhatt, who's a very, very qualified Mukhya writer of the universe, and Aditya, who's directed this film. This idea Amar came up with. He had come across some initial writing on it, and I said, but initially I thought, why do we want to do it? It's been done before. So I like trying to do things which have no reference point. And he said, no, but it's in our culture. And then he went into the entire philosophy of Betals. And we've had Vikram Betal way before most things. And then he explained what our legend would be. And I think the next morning I got up thinking of that. And that's, like I was just telling someone, that the way we decide to make a film is the next morning, you cannot not make it. And that was Thama. The universe is a longer conversation, but I think it's important to have loyalty today in anything that you do. And I think a universe helps you build loyalty with the audience as long as you don't take them for granted and just force fit it. So I think every installment that we are planning and going ahead with somehow is like you're setting your 11 players to play a nice little cricket match.
Nawaz, a new genre for you as well, to an extent, would that be correct?
Of course, मेरे लिए तो बिल्कुल ही हाँ मैंने खुद नहीं सोचा था
तो
इस तरह का पड़ेगा मेरे को.
स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी तो क्या आया ज़हन?
मुझे सिर्फ आइडिया बताया था कि इनकी मेरी तो ख्वाहिश पहले से थी. हम लोग मिलते थे बीच में, बस ये बोल के चले जाते करेंगे साथ में काम करेंगे. मैंने कब करेंगे, इतने महीने हो गए. बदलापुर एक लास्ट किया था,
साल हो गए.
सालों हो गए. तो ऐसे इसीलिए मेरी एज भी दिखाई उन्होंने, 75 साल और 100 साल का हूँ. 175 तब से वेट ही कर रहा था. बट मुझे ये आइडिया नहीं था कि इस तरह का कैरेक्टर आएगा मुझे. तो ये एक दिन बुला के ऑफिस में बोले कि इस तरह का है कुछ. मैं ठीक है देखते हैं, क्या करना तो था ही मुझे, बट इस तरह का मैंने सोचा नहीं था. मैंने हॉरर फिल्म की है, लेकिन हॉरर कॉमेडी जॉनर ये मेरा पहला अटेम्प्ट है. मतलब तो मैंने अभी कुछ देखा नहीं, तो मैं भी एक्साइटेड हूँ कि कैसा निकल के आया होगा. तो लेट्स सी.
अभी कुछ देखा नहीं है. That's kind of hard to digest. I mean, I'm sure you all get little glimpses of the hard work you've put in.
Only while we dubbed, we saw the glimpses. That was like 50, 60, 70% of the film. But apart from that, we have no idea because this is heavy on VFX and the post is very heavy. So we'll eventually see it like day after, maybe 18th.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
also the first VFX you all have experienced, three of you as actors.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Rashmika. Maybe.
No, it is.
Rashmika is
It is.
VFX in herself.
Why
She
would you
doesn't
say
need
that?
VFX.
She
doesn't need
I'm not
VFX.
going to let go of that. Why would you say that?
Visual wonder.
Oh my God, how you've just
Flipped it. I flipped it.
crazy.
Okay. Ayushmann, I'll go to Rashmika in just a bit. I'll save the best for the lady in the last. But I also want to ask you about experimenting. So you've typically gone for very unconventional roles right from the beginning, Vicky Donor to Thama, and it's been quite a journey. How do you typically decide what role you're going to play? Do you sign up for it in advance thinking of a certain role you'll be playing, or this is what I want to pull off? Or does these kind of roles end up coming to you?
Does
that happen
I always keep the
automatically,
film
organically?
first. I always keep the film first, the story first, and the uniqueness of the content.
How is it always so different
unique.
and so unique?
I think I'm full of gratitude that universe has conspired in that case, that I get to collaborate with great minds, and all my films have been disruptive in a way, and Maddock has the same think tank, and Dinu believes in that, and whenever he has something disruptive or unique, every time he has one, we've collaborated on Bala in the past.
Yeah.
He's collaborated with Nawaz.
This is so different from Bala.
In
It's-
Badlapur. It is,
Yeah,
of
he's
course.
got hair. He's got hair.
Let's begin there.
I've got two hairstyles in the film, pre and post.
So you've experimented it all with him.
What's the difference between Bala and Thama? He's got hair this time.
Yes. But luckily, I think this Thama is a Genesis film. It's an origin film, and again, it's a new chapter in Maddock horror comedy universe. Again, disruptive of sorts. I think
In a very different way.
in a different way. Yeah.
Mega disruption is happening. Okay. Rashmika, now I want to ask you about this blend that you're almost feeling when you take up these movies. So you're doing Telugu, you're doing Tamil, you're doing Kannada, and then you're doing Hindi. And we've seen quite a few successes there. Culturally, how different are they from one another? When you switch from one to the next, what are the challenges there that you encounter? What are the challenges you encountered here, for instance?
Challenges, I wouldn't say. It is always very interesting when you get to work with people with different mindsets, and also when it comes, when you're working in different industries, we've all had different roots while growing up. So it's very interesting to understand why they say what they say. I'm always very interested in human psychology as well. So for me, it's fascinating, and my work keeps me very, very, like, everything is so exciting. Like, why would you want to do the same thing you do for years and years? Like, I'm grateful that I've been able to work in 4 different industries with some of the greatest storytellers or filmmakers and producers and co-actors. I'm just like fully grateful, and today being a part of Maddock horror comedy universe, it's a whole different spectrum altogether, and it's very new for me as an actor. It is very exciting for me as an actor, and of course we're going to see in 2 days what the film is actually, what gift wrapping the film has done on a totality. But I think on a personal level, it's a very exciting phase.
You make the hopping sound so easy. I don't think it's that easy, but okay, I'll accept that.
No, it's
I'm
honestly-
sure.
it's
That's
honestly-
why I began by saying powerhouse performers. So.
It's honestly the people who you work with who make it worth, all the little bit of struggles that you have to.
So you have your 2 co-actors sitting next to you. Who made the journey, Thama journey, easier for you? I'm going to put
As
you in a
in
little bit
both,
of a.
because when you have to share the screen with someone,
How
it
can
is
she
their
name one?
energy.
That's my job. I'm going to keep at it.
No,
It's
I'm
so
saying,
difficult to work with this person, but
no, but in all honesty, it's when you are performing with an actor, when you're sharing the screen with an actor, it is their energy that rubs off on you, and your performance got to get better. Like example, when I was shooting with Ayush, his comedy timing is so like it's so fantastic that you need to be on your toes while performing with him. And Nawaz sir, like his character is very like, can I say gruesome? Gruesome. Okay, so like that's the side of Nawaz sir that I got, and he actually played it like, and that's why you've gotten the reaction that you've gotten out of me. So it's always that playing with energies that we're doing.
Dinesh, how was it for you and everyone behind the scenes really putting together these powerful faces together, because there are too many in this movie? It always comes with its own set of, not challenges, I'm not going to use that word, but
there was zero challenge.
How do you optimize on such powerful faces?
See,
all under one umbrella.
They are three very, very... like
they're all like...
I would say they're not challenging at all, because they're thorough professionals.
Yeah.
And sometimes we take that lightly, but they know what they're doing. You know, while you were talking, I was just going through it and I realized I was going through the characters. So, Rashmika's played a Maharani, now she's playing Tarka, and then she's doing something contemporary with us. And I was like, there are three such diverse roles. Ayushmann, we didn't give him hair, we've given him hair. That itself is apparently doesn't happen once you lose it, you know. And Nawaz bhai is coming
That's a promotion.
from Badlapur, which according to me, though it's our film, it's one of my favorite performances of his, because he kind of humanized the bad guy. And, you know, he brought humor to him in real life, you know, just the way he is. So you kind of, what he did was so horrible, but you still liked him somewhere, because he was just a bit like nice, you know, surviving life. And I feel when we had to cast this character, I needed exactly that, but in a way more theatrical way. It had its own antics, and he came in, and I think journeys with actors is almost like there's a kundli there. You're meant to do something together. So I think Nawaz bhai and me doing this, and I've just seen the film last night, and I think in every interview that I've given, I've kept saying that I was just blown. I was like, what a madman, you know, and so beautiful and so like crazy. And I was like, wow, you know. And I think because if you look at him, he traditionally, when he's talking to you, the kind of person he is, he's not a bad guy at all. But the level of performance he brings in, he's done, you know, like I'll say one part where, you know, we all know he's Yakshasan, he's a vampire. You know, someone's talking about, Ayushmann's actually talking to him about, you know, a Gora Angrez. And he starts salivating in that scene. Oh wow, those were the days. Kya tha?
वो भी क्या दिन थे?
So I'm like, wow, you know. So I just feel when you have such good actors, when they play off each other, and when it comes to Rashmika, I just really like her as Tarka. I just really, when I
love the name though.
Yeah,
Of the character you're playing.
You know, it's almost like वो हमेशा ताड़ के देख रही है. She's like that in the film the entire time, and you know, and she's
had to be. She's the Stree of Thama, so
no,
had to be.
she'll get, so for me, I was watching and I just was like, so, like, you know, you look at her and you'll be infatuated with her when you watch her, in a really, almost in an eternal way. And Ayushmann, I think I've said this before, this is his career best performance, because generally he plays characters which have this kind of art. They're a lot of fun, and here it's like a 360. You know, he starts completely borderline loserish to a journey which I don't think I've seen in him. So I'm just so happy. I think the biggest victory of Thama is that the Nawaz, Rashmika, Ayushmann, Paresh Rawal, they have killed it.
Yeah.
They've killed it as performance, and you'll see it.
Even in the trailer, the Jugalbandi, the nook joke between Ayushmann and Paresh Rawal was outstanding. I mean, something that sort of made me push myself for 21st. Let's go.
You've lived with your parents.
Yeah.
Now imagine if, you know, your parents are nice vegetarian people and you start bringing vampires over. You know? Now what do you expect your mother to serve them? Or what do you expect your father to go out and get for them to eat? They're not really going to have chole bhature. They wouldn't mind a bite of you. So that's the conflict.
I wouldn't want to think of my parents being in that situation. Honestly.
I could just see her go buffering in her mind.
Never date a vampire.
Point noted.
Sorry, we are
I'm
not-
way past that stage.
Betal, just Betal.
So vampires origination
specialized.
comes from betals,
Yeah.
which are part of our culture.
Yes.
So we have to use the word betal.
Yeah, Betal.
Okay. Nawaz, since we just touched upon versatility and what you bring to the table, तो इस versatility का राज क्या है? और क्योंकि इतनी versatility हम देख रहे हैं, जब कोई ऐसा सवाल आपके सामने रखता है कि थोड़ी सिमिलैरिटी है इरफान खान के साथ, जब ऐसा कंपैरिजन कोई सामने रखता है, ऐसा कोई सवाल पूछता है, कंपैरिजन करने की कोशिश करता है, तो कैसा फील होता है?
आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि हर एक्टर का अपना एक अलग तरीका होता है। हाँ, क्योंकि मैं उनके साथ काफ़ी रहा हूँ शुरू से, और मैं भी शायद एक थॉट एक्टिंग को लेके या किसी चीज़ को लेके थॉट में भी सिमिलर हो सकते हैं, बट ऑफ कोर्स मैं उनसे इंस्पायर हुआ हूँ काफ़ी चीज़ों से। बट आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि जेन्युइन आपकी परफॉर्मेंस या ऑनेस्टी परफॉर्मेंस में वो आपकी वजह से आती है ना, ना कि आप किसी और के उससे। हाँ, इंस्पायर हो सकते हैं आपकी कुछ चीज़ों से आप, बट होते तो आप ही हैं, मतलब आप ही की परफॉर्मेंस होता। अगर कंपैरिजन रही बात कंपैरिजन की, ऑफ कोर्स अच्छी वो लेजेंडरी एक्टर थे।
कंपैरिजन से ज़्यादा शायद सिमिलैरिटी would be a better word, is what people say sometimes once in a while.
ही है वैसे।
वो तो है।
काफी अलग है,
और
सेम जॉनर की फिल्में शायद की हो,
हाँ,
एक्टर अलग है।
एग्जैक्टली ये हो
एक्टर अलग है।
नहीं, actually there is a similarity. दोनों अच्छे एक्टर।
हाँ,
Exactly.
मैं यही
ये
बोलने वाली
सिमिलैरिटी
थी।
एक्टर अच्छे हैं।
I think वो इस लेवल पे पहुंच गए हैं कि
Mic drop.
So I've worked with both of them, and the thing is that when you're with a good actor, you know, there's a line. I won't say that right now. पैरिस बोलता है ना, बहुत चीजें वापस आ रही है जैसे गुड एक्टर। Sorry, inside joke.
Inside joke,
But
yeah.
I feel that Irfan Khan, who I've had a very emotional journey with, is the gold standard. Okay, Nawaz bhai sometimes makes us miss him less. Like, you know, let's put it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, that's a huge compliment. That's a huge compliment.
Huge compliment.
Ayushmann, now since we're talking about how different your role here in Thama is compared to your previous work, you've also portrayed, in particular, most of the times, roles of middle class men, right? And this is a thought that's come to my mind so many times when I'm watching your films. What is that one middle class thing that you're hooked to still, or you ensure is happening in your life still?
Rajma Chawal. Rajma Chawal is one middle class thing. I think it defies
It's
every
all
class.
class.
It's
Yeah.
all class. But at the same time, I'm very simple as a person. I keep my life as simple as possible. Being an artist, I think I always believe that Lakshmi se pehle Saraswati aati hai. And if your mind is clear
So true.
with that, कि अगर आप content को लेकर clear हैं या फिर अपने character को लेकर clear हैं, intention is right, those are the middle class values जो आपके माँ बाप ने आपको दी हैं. And I'm carrying those forward.
Yeah, also there's a lot of middle class conflict in this film.
Yeah, absolutely.
For example, you know, how does a vampire eat a golgappa? He used to eat it all his life.
Big problem there.
Big problem.
How do you address those problems?
कभी कभी गोल तोड़ने के लिए वो टीक का
We'll get to see a lot of that, मतलब in the movie basically.
That's
No idea, ma'am.
punch the papers.
yeah.
Rashmika, because the movie is releasing on Diwali, we're going to have to talk about Diwali, touch upon Diwali a little bit for everyone who's looking at watching this film, coincides with the festival. What is your Diwali tradition that's followed thoroughly in your family through the years, and how do you celebrate it?
For us at home, it's all about puja.
And you're also giving me the Diwali vibe, so I have to ask you this.
I've come prepared. But it's like all the festivals, we do a little puja at home and, you know, sort of have a meal together, because these days when you're working working all over the place, you know, you're always on a flight trying to get there, trying to get here, but you miss out on these small things like spending time with your family. And festivals are those moments where you get to just be with family and just have a meal together. And we have this tradition of going and watching films as well, you know, especially when you have a festival and you have a holiday, which is very important for all of us. we tend to go and watch cinema, and we sort of like, you know, have like that family time together. And
Do you all
things
have
like
a number on how many Diwalis or important festivals you've missed out on because of hectic work schedule?
I've never missed
I've always wanted to ask.
Diwali. No, most of the times I've been to Chandigarh. This time around I'll be in Bombay because this is my first festival release. This is my first Diwali release. So it's all the more special. But yeah,
These both are taking their whole family and going to watch Thama.
Yeah.
You also go, so you don't miss your family.
Noted.
Rich
Nawaz,
Diwali with family. Please go.
Nawaz, आप बताइए, how is Diwali followed in your family? What's that one tradition that you think is beautiful about this festival? That's
He is
followed?
also going to watch Thama.
We're not allowed to talk about anything else with Diwali. We established that.
Diwali is Thamake wali.
Thamake wali. Thamake wali.
Since you're all talking about kitna hard work, so much movie, all about Thama, can I also just dare ask that question of where you stand on this typical 8-hour working schedule, whether or not that should be the thing? Should changes happen? Should they not? Is it very individual?
Of course it is.
Because Rashmika has been very vocal about this in the past.
No, I just keep saying that this is
Depends from person to person.
Yeah, this depends to person. Like it depends on team to team actually,
Yeah.
not.
You all have forced me to ask this because you all are telling me you're working round the clock. So
We are. As in, round the clock is a bit
But
of
they
an
have a terrific
exaggeration, nobody-
producer who gives them a lot of time off.
Excuse me.
I see 3 people disagreeing. Two very clearly disagreeing. I don't know about Nawaz.
Friendly actors.
Yeah, we are very producer friendly.
This is not a one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on your state
I
of
think
mind.
it depends which phase of life you're
Yes,
in,
Yeah,
exactly.
that also.
Exactly.
I think.
Yeah.
But on an overall level, you need to have time for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes you need to give it all. So it's relative.
So when someone says there's a little bit of chalta hai attitude, or we're a little laid back about establishing these rules in the industry, would you agree, disagree?
Laid back, I don't think there's anyone right now in the film business who's laid back. I don't think laid back is the number of
Laid
hours.
back,
I would say it's not hours, it's how much you put in. And it's also not one size fits all. Someone can get what you do in 12 hours and 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to analyze it, but you got to be in those shoes to figure it out.
100%.
Again, team to team. Have these
I've
discussions.
heard 3 people clearly opine what they feel. Nawaz has not said much.
क्या सवाल
आपका
क्या
इस पे सवाल ये है कि आपका ये जो होता है ना कि 8 घंटे ही काम करना चाहिए, 8 घंटे से ज्यादा बनता है, जितनी फिल्म की डिमांड है बनता
अगर कोई
है.
किसी को पूछे 8 घंटा काम करना है 12 घंटा, तो आदमी 8 घंटा ही बोलेगा.
Of course, हाँ.
And also some days you're working 8 hours. Some
But
days
how
you're
much are you
working
willing to
40
fight
hours.
for it?
13-14 hours also.
Yeah.
तो 8 घंटे से तो बेटा 4 घंटे है.
I feel like this conversation and the discussion, it's like it will always go on a loop because again, it's human to human.
Yeah,
It's different.
exactly. Yeah.
You can never have a said answer to it. But sir, sorry,
No,
the
no, no,
question.
आप-
Yeah.
आप बताइए, आप क्या चाहते हैं?
नहीं, आपने क्या बोला क्या कितने आवर्स?
नहीं बोल रहे कि 8 घंटा काम करना चाहिए 12 घंटे.
बंदे
मतलब should there be a rule
Of course,
कि
अब मन तो करेगा जितना थोड़ा कम
जितना कम उतना बेहतर.
बट क्योंकि ये हमारा शौक है ना, मेरा इंटरेस्ट है,
तो आप जितना डालें
तो मैं जितना
ना
भी
मजा आता है.
8 से 10 भी हो जाए क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है?
ठीक है.
मेरा शौक है ना, ये जॉब थोड़ी है, मेरा पैशन है ना.
We are
Lovely.
fortunate to be in this profession.
Lovely. Okay, so we're running out of time. We're going to have to wrap up the conversation, but I have a quick rapid fire because our audience loves a rapid fire. And can I ask the 3 performers here if you
please
permit?
go for it.
Can I grill them a little?
Go for it.
With your permission.
Can
Go for it.
answer
Okay.
in my place, please?
No, you go for it. I'm going to come on this side.
No, you're not. Why?
So I'm going to answer the question. बताओ क्या था?
गलत जवाब मत देना.
अगर गलत जवाब दिया तो ये सही जवाब देंगे.
Yeah.
No, I've been noticing that, by the way. Really beautifully covering up for everyone.
Left brain, right brain works in tandem with Mr. D.
Okay, so this question applies to all. तीनों को इसका जवाब देना है. One co-star, we begin with you, also because you sing. So one co-star, one song you've sung, one film script, your survival
So many
kit.
questions.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
what is
3. One song, one co-star, one film script, your survival kit.
My survival kit.
Survival kit.
As in this stays with you.
ये तो प्रॉब्लम होगी.
The 2 of you all have time to think. Huh?
Oh, it's the
Exactly.
same question for both of us.
Minus
also?
the song.
Okay,
maybe.
one song
Yeah.
is Rahe Na Rahe Hum, which I'm going to sing a version of, like tomorrow.
Which you
I'm
can sing
recording.
right now as well, a line maybe.
I'll sing 2 lines. Help me with the lyrics. और क्या चाहिए ये जिंदगी से मुझ
भरोसे.
Let him do it properly.
Let me do it
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
बहुत बढ़िया गाना है.
कल ही मैंने लाइव गाया है और आज
Everybody suddenly feeling the urge to sing.
Huh?
No, everyone's feeling the urge to
Yeah,
sing
yeah, yeah.
suddenly.
You know, I feel so envious of people who can sing. He knows it. I've been telling this to him.
मेरा गला बैठा हुआ है.
Very, very vocal about the fact that singing is such a cool talent to have. It's okay, sing more.
I was well rested.
You should keep
Sounding
singing.
better yesterday. Every day is not the same.
You should
Okay,
keep
I'll
singing.
try. और क्या चाहिए कि जिंदगी भर तुझे रह सके याद हम रहे ना रहे हम रहे ना रहे हम.
Talia, Talia. Okay, so I'm going to keep this short. Rashmika, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, or Hindi in cinema?
Can't
It's a
pick,
difficult
ma'am.
one.
Sorry. This is all bread and butter, and I respect all of them completely, fully, and all of them are very important. So I'm sorry, I can't pick.
Don't hold this against me.
Oh, no,
Nothing
of course,
personal.
I
Thank
get,
you.
but-
Thank you for the honesty. Nawaz, movies or OTT? Again, a difficult one, but
मूवी OTT ऑफ कोर्स दोनों. मैं तो कुछ जो भी अच्छा होगा.
okay, I want to very quickly ask you all a director you'll say yes to even without reading the script.
Nobody, yaar. I can say yes to Dino without reading a script.
You'll have to say
Yeah. He can make any director work. His vision is crazy.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
only believe in him.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rashmika.
Yeah.
Ma'am, most times we don't have script. We
बहुत
Oh,
we
सही है.
trust our directors. We trust our producers. We just jump right in.
Lovely. Nawaz,
क्या
which director would you say yes to? आप हाँ भर देंगे बिना स्क्रिप्ट पढ़े.
कुछ डायरेक्टर्स.
कोई ऐसा डायरेक्टर, कोई नाम आपके जहन में आए?
अभी तो ऐसा दिमाग. हाँ, प्रोड्यूसर तो बहुत सारे हैं ऐसे.
एक आध everyone's playing safe. हाँ.
बहुत सारे
And then everyone's turning to him.
Christopher Nolan.
क्रिस्टोफर नॉलन.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much for all the honesty and for the
Thank
lovely
you.
conversation.
Thank
all the
you.
very best for Thama.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.